Imagine a grand banquet where every meal you consume embarks on an epic journey through a magical land. This isn't a fairy tale, it's the story of digestion, a fascinating process that transforms food into the energy and nutrients our bodies need to thrive. Let's take a delightful stroll through this incredible journey, exploring how it all began, the steps involved, and how digestion is an essential part of our everyday lives. Shall we? Long ago, in the early days of life, organisms developed a way to extract nutrients from their surroundings. This was the humble beginning of digestion, a process as fundamental to life as breathing. Back then, primitive creatures relied on simple methods to break down food, much like how early humans gathered fruits and nuts. Don't you think it's remarkable how these basic beginnings laid the foundation for the complex digestive systems we have today? As organisms evolved, so did their digestive systems. The development of specialized structures, like mouths and stomachs, marked a significant leap. It's as if nature decided to build a fine dining kitchen inside every living being, complete with tools for chopping, mixing, and cooking. These advancements allowed creatures to process a wider variety of foods, extracting more energy and nutrients. This was crucial for survival and adaptation, much like how a diverse menu can cater to different tastes and dietary needs. Isn't it fascinating how our bodies have evolved to handle such a wide array of foods? Now, let's delve into the actual process of digestion, which begins the moment we take a bite. Picture yourself enjoying a delicious apple. The journey starts in the mouth, where the teeth act as little chefs, chopping the food into smaller pieces. At the same time, salivor's very own secret sauce is released to moisten the food and begin breaking down carbohydrates. This is thanks to an enzyme called amylase. There's something called enzymes, and they are like tiny helpers that speed up chemical reactions. In this case, they start the breakdown of food right in the mouth. As the chewed up food, now called a bolus, travels down the esophagus, it encounters a muscular gatekeeper called the lower esophageal sphincter. This gate opens to let the food pass into the stomach, and then closes to prevent it from coming back up. Isn't it neat how our bodies have these little checkpoints to keep everything moving smoothly? Once in the stomach, the real magic happens. The stomach acts like a high-powered blender, churning the food and mixing it with gastric juices, including hydrochloric acid and pepsin. These substances break down proteins into smaller molecules. It's as if our stomachs are hosting a wild dance party, with acids and enzymes breaking down food to the rhythm of digestion. The result is a thick liquid called chyme, which is then slowly released into the small intestine. It's quite a show, isn't it? In the small intestine, the digestion process continues, with the help of bile, produced by the liver and pancreatic juices. Bile is like a soap that breaks down fats into tiny droplets, making them easier to digest. Imagine washing a greasy dish. The soap breaks down the grease, right? The same thing happens in your gut. Meanwhile, the pancreas releases enzymes that break down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The small intestine is lined with tiny hair-like structures called villi, which absorb nutrients into the bloodstream. These villi are like tiny fingers that pick up all the good stuff from the food we eat. Isn't it wonderful how efficient our bodies are at extracting every bit of goodness? The remaining indigestible parts of the food move into the large intestine, where water is absorbed, and the leftover material is formed into stool. This waste is eventually expelled from the body. It's like a tidy cleanup crew that ensures everything is neat and orderly. The large intestine also houses a community of friendly bacteria, known as the gut microbiome. These bacteria help break down certain fibers and produce essential vitamins. It's like having a tiny team of helpers working around the clock to keep us healthy. Throughout this entire process, the body carefully regulates digestion, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. Hormones and nerves communicate with the digestive organs. Much like how a conductor leads an orchestra, the result is a harmonious symphony that keeps us nourished and energized. So, the next time you savor a meal, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it undertakes. From the first bite to the final act, digestion is a miraculous process that sustains life. Isn't it amazing how something so routine can be so extraordinary?